G'day everyone, it's Kimmy here, and today I wanted to share with you my first design team projects for Shabbylishious. And I have created a kind of a gift set. I've altered a paper bag and made a gift bag, and I've created a card, and then I've created a tag. So to do all of these, I've used Lele's gorgeous paper napkins, and I've used this one here and this one here. Oh, sorry, a little bit out of shot. I've never worked with paper napkins before, so it was a bit of a challenge to see what I could come up with. I watched a few YouTube tutorials to see what was out there and how people were doing things, and then I decided I'd just have a bit of a play around. So I took some scrapbooking paper from my scraps in my stash, and I've used it to line the paper bag with, and then added a layer from the paper napkin, and I separated the napkin and just used the very, very top layer of it, and I Mod Podged it down, and once it all dried it went really, really clear so that you can see the scrapbooking paper through it. And then using some of the leftover white, I stamped on that and then layered it on top as well. So to decorate the corner, sorry you guys, I got a little bit distracted. To decorate the corner with, I've cut up one of the appliques Lele sent, and that was this one here, and I've just used the flourishes out of it, and one of the fabric applique flowers as well, and then this is just a flower from my stash. And I've created a flourish and then topped it off with some little doodads that came in the bag, and then these lovely leaves. I really love how they turned out. They look gorgeous on the project. And the filigree butterfly, I've given it a couple of coats both sides of gesso, and then I'm not sure if the camera will pick up. It's got a light glittery effect there. I brushed on some Kindy Glitz, which is just the Australian version of Stickles, and I've used one that's called Crystalline, so it just shows the colours through. And then I very lightly brushed on some Victorian Velvet ink from the Tim Holtz ink pads, distress ink pads, and then on the other side, the back side of the bag, I've used what was left over from the appliques here and created just like a little bow tie type thing, a little bow. The seam binding is just from my stash, and then this is one of Lele's gorgeous pink doodads, and they're really glossy. They are that shiny and sparkly when you get them in real life too. They're just lovely. And this is a piece of the book pages that Lele sent to me, and I've just stamped a butterfly and then happiness down here, and then wet embossed that. So that was my gift bag, and then I've created a little card. I used a different technique for this one, and this has a really lovely texture to it. It's kind of, I want to say furry, but it's kind of a bit like mulberry paper. It has that sort of feel to it, and I just used my glue stick to glue it to some textured white cardstock. I've distressed the edges of it, and then added all the yummy embellishments. But this is, yeah, it's a totally different feel altogether. I love it. So I've used some more of Lele's book pages and created a little border down the bottom and punched it out, and used the Tim Holtz Victorian Velvet again just to edge it all up and try and show through the border. And then I've cut up some of Lele's little lace trim that she sent, and it looks like this one here. And I've just used the small leaf and flowers and added some bling to those. And then on the side I've used a paper doily and some more of Lele's beautiful Shabbylishious flowers, and then these gorgeous leaves. I just love these. They look really, really, they're really, really shiny, guys. They've got such a lovely glossy look to them. So that was my card, and then last of all I have a little thank you kind of gift tag to go with that, and it's about it's a bit smaller than a number 8 shipping tag. And I've used 2 paper doilies, and then in the centre I've ripped up some of Lele's book pages and sprayed them with some Lindy Stamp Gang. I think it was Cotton Candy Pink. And then I fussy cut out the ballerina from this paper napkin here. I've just used her, and I actually glued her to some white cardstock and then cut around her again, and if I get in camera you'll be able to see her better, and then layered her on top of some really open weave cheesecloth. The flower is one of my handmade flowers from my stash, and the leaves are also from Lele's book pages, and I just cut them out with some decorative edge scissors and then inked the edges up of those with, again, the Tim Holtz Victorian Velvet Pink. And then this is some of Lele's trim and the really fine netting lace that she sent me. And then these are Lele's pearl sprays. And I've just looped those around, the 3 strands of those around, just to make them sort of kind of, yeah, all loopy, I guess. So, and then on the top I've used some fibre trim and some of my seam binding from my stash, and then one of Lele's gorgeous pearl centres. And then on the back I've created a really tiny little pocket, just big enough to slip in a little thank you note out of one of Lele's appliques, flower appliques, and I've added to that some more fibre trim and then these really shiny, sparkly, beautiful pink. Look at that. And it looks just as gorgeous as that in real life too. So, and that's my first lot of projects, guys. I hope you like them. These are all heading out in a rack. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.